And Kariuki, Thige, KT.
And you know, International Love is a good song to bring us to our next topic, because we are going international now. And there is a bizarre new controversy that has landed in the world of ski jumping, one that reads more like a tabloid thriller than a winter sport briefing. At the center, claims that some male jumpers may be trying to bend the rules, and I think this is not with high-tech fabric or secret training, but with body-altering injections aimed at gaining an aerodynamic advantage. Now, I want you to talk about that enhancement, because I totally do want to understand how that enhancement is working on the aerodynamics. Because according to me, aerodynamics is all about flying.
So we expected, and we've seen a lot of doping issues about muscle enhancement, but they are only dealing with one particular muscle.
Exactly.
The manhood, the member. And they're saying that they're having injections to enlarge the member, because they believe that more center of gravity ikikuwa stronger hapa kwa member, then that athlete is able to have a proper takeoff.
But how does that work? You know, that's the most curious thing for me.
I want to see it, but essentially what it sums up to saying is that the larger the member, the smoother the skiing. That's basically what this communication is about.
Okay.
But
they usually have suits.
They have suits,
yes,
but then they're saying within that bodysuit, it's a tight thingy, like you know those tights, those skin tights. It's just something like that.
Become a biker.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. But then now they're indicating that this central area, if it's well packed, then the gravity or something,
it's smoothens the ride.
Everything is centered, and the takeoff is much smoother. So I was just thinking, Muraya.
Yes.
If we were to take winter sports seriously,
yes,
we already have two athletes.
We have two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I get interested in which part of the country.
The lady is Kikuyu.
Yeah. Okay. Which part of the country is the Jamaa from?
The Jamaa is actually from somewhere in Western.
Okay. That follows. Because kama member ndio qualifier
ndio mtu wa fly,
then I would want to hear from Kenyans who are watching and listening as to where we should go and scout for the next crop.
Sisi hatutawaambia.
So wanajua.
Lakini sasa shida ni mazoezi wataenda kupigia wapi, because not unless uende wapande Mount Kenya huko juu.
No. We have sent Kenyans to Russia to go and fight the war. We can also send people to do something more important, like winter sports. Bora member iko sawa. You can be able to give us your thoughts on Facebook, of course, Radio Generation Kenya, on X, on Instagram, Radio Gen KE, na pia pale kwenye YouTube, because we will actually have this show running up on YouTube. You can also literally share your comments on the video, on the member stories. The larger the member, the smoother the ride.
On to more doping stories. On to more doping stories, because we have our very own Bernard Kibet Koech, who will be sidelined for 4 years after being found guilty of a doping violation by the Athletics Integrity Unit. The suspension is effective from June 10th, 2025 and will end on June 9th, 2029, preventing him from competing internationally during this period. In addition, all of Koech's results between June 26th, 2024 and June 10th, 2025 have been annulled, meaning any medals, titles, points and prize money earned in that time frame are forfeited. Now,
the subject, and this is an interesting subject, because the type of doping that he is being accused of is not use of steroids, or the normal steroids.
And he has not tried to extend his member.
No. I think Jamaa ana member issues. But what he's doing, what he's accused of doing, is that he's doing blood enhancement.
Yes.
So that he's altering his blood, and because they say the more white blood cells you have in your body, the more the more oxygen that you can be able to take in.
Exactly.
And therefore it makes you run faster.
It improves your performance.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So this is an interesting direction. So guys, if this is actually true, then it says that some athletes are going to whatever lengths they can go to just win that money. And that's the promise. That's the thing that comes with financial promise. Everybody wants to get that gold. Everybody wants to win those big marathon races to get that money, but how are we doing it? And at the process, we're embarrassing our country. We have already been walking a very, very tight rope when it comes to WADA rules. WADA is the World Anti-Doping Agency. We have been walking a very, very tight rope. At some point, we were almost being banned from participating as a country in the Olympic Games.
And part of actually the reasons why was this blood enhancement, because the breaking, I remember this was broken initially by one of the German's top dailies, Bild, some years back. They are the ones who did an investigative piece about this blood enhancement, and they came and they saw how it was happening, and that is the first time that the world of athletics and the world of sports was hearing about this for the first time. So it is something that Kenyans have been doing for over a long period of time, but which we shouldn't be doing, to be honest.
My question is, how can we work out something? Athletics Kenya should be thinking about this, because we need to have a screening, an internal screening, before we get embarrassed on the international stage. Because this guy Koech was actually one of the best performers in the 10,000 meters in the Paris Olympics. He was actually placed 5th in the final, which is as close as we've.
But we have ADAC, Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya.
But that's what I'm saying. Within ADAC and Athletics Kenya,
yes,
we should be able to screen our athletes before we get embarrassed on the global stage. We should be able to screen guys who are doping and stop them from participating anywhere or showing up anywhere in international competition. That will save us some of that embarrassment. If we do not self-regulate, then this is the reason why tunaanikwa kila saa, every time. In fact, so that when we want to shout about how Kenyans are deadly in running, everybody goes and says, no, you're good in running, but you're also number 1 in doping.
Bold analysis, fierce debates, pure passion. This is the